I want to start this video by just saying thank you to everyone who has been watching and supporting. It has been absolutely awesome, and it just feels amazing to wake up in the morning and know that I have more subscribers than Angular has stars on GitHub. Is to think of React, the library, kind of like a Maserati, whereas the framework Angular is kind of like a garbage truck. Google has some nice perks, and I can see why other developers are interested in working there. But at the same time, it's not my type. It's a huge turnoff when I see the company do so many things to just make the world a worse place. Most notably, creating AngularJS. Now, not all FANG companies have made as major of mistakes as Google, and for a while I thought I might be interested in one of them. Like right now, I can go see what cutting edge technology the very bright engineers at Google are working on, and I can see Angular in just all of its glory. What's great about this is you can actually see the code for the project. So when a company creates one of the worst frameworks in existence, you can go learn from their blunders. And almost all open source projects use some form of version control, so you can actually go back in time and see the progress of the project. So I went back 9,000 commits on the AngularJS project to see where it all went wrong, and found some commits my ex-grandma made in 1969, who I had to disown unfortunately after finding out she contributed to Angular. But I can also see what looks like the start of the project in 2010. If you wanted to, you could actually see the code at each one of these points. But I don't actually want to give myself any nightmares today, so we're going to go ahead and skip that part. Nick Papas asks, would you rather sell your soul and be fangsexual for 2 years or spend 60 days in jail? Maybe I didn't really portray my feelings very well, but I actually wouldn't be super upset if I had to work at a FANG company, as long as I didn't get, say, a Angular project, in which case, well, jail is looking pretty nice. It feels like Christmas, where Stack Overflow is Santa Claus, and I've been a very good boy this year, so as a reward, my arch nemesis, AngularJS, has been crowned the most dreaded framework of 2020. And I'm not even kidding this time. I've been jesting about Angular, but today, we got cold, hard facts. According to the 2020 Stack Overflow survey, 75.9% of developers dread Angular. Yes, you heard that right. 3 out of every 4 developers dread Angular. And I'm actually really proud of Angular here. It had to work very hard to get first place and earn the honor of the most dreaded framework. It was in a neck-and-neck race with Drupal, which is quite the competitor given how trash of a framework it is. But Angular found a way to pull ahead and, well, be an even worse framework. So I gotta give it kudos for that. Angular does such a great job of being dreaded that it shows up in the most dreaded framework list twice. Someone choosing an entry-level software engineering role at some no-name company in Idaho for $70,000 a year is seen as a wrong choice and a step in the wrong direction. And they act like the next thing you know, that person is gonna be a carrot farmer when they weren't even using Angular. What? And I know most developers would rather learn Angular and become carrot farmers before talking to another human, especially if that human happens to be from the business department, is if I share a link to careerexpectations.com/reactjs, it shows a picture of a happy engineer. But if I share a link to careerexpectations.com/angularjs, it shows a picture of a carrot farmer. And she can assign you to do grunt work or to sit in on meetings all day, or even worse, assign you to a legacy Angular code base. And we all know where that leads. Let's be real. If I got a job at Google, I wouldn't even last a week. All it would take is one Freudian slip about AngularJS or one accidental confession of love for React.js, and, well, I'm a goner. What do you even do when you see conflicting best practices? On one hand, we have thought leader Ben telling us React is a good framework, but then there's also NoobMuffin99 telling us AngularJS is good. Who do you listen to? The correct answer here is neither of them, because JavaScript frameworks are a disease. For example, React.js has 151,000 stars compared to Angular's measly 63K, so we can conclude that React.js is a better framework. Alright, that is the end of this video. Make sure to smash that unstar button on Angular's GitHub repo.